Welcome back, everyone, to our third episode. I'm your host, Jasmine.
And I'm Darius.
And in this podcast, we talk about a little bit of everything
To relationships and pop culture
to politics, sports, music, and movies.
and whatever else sparks our interest.
So, welcome to the We're Just Saying podcast.
So, babe, how are you feeling I guess this week, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I mean, I feel like it's just like a regular week for me. I feel like my weekend was kind of busy. And then Sunday, I was just really tired. I feel like it was like a rest day for me, which was really good. And then this week has just been a little bit chaotic because of work. Just a lot of expectations that are out of my control. But other than that, I mean, I feel like it's a regular week. I don't have anything going on this weekend, so I guess that's kind of nice. I don't have to be anywhere at a certain time besides work. So yeah, it's pretty good. What about you, babe?
Same, actually. With the beginning of the month. It's actually like a slow beginning of the month for me at work. So, like, I got everything done. But back to how I'm feeling. Sorry, because you were talking about work. Back to how I'm feeling. I was actually feeling like low energy or whatever. Like, especially like past weekend. Like, I'm not sure what happened. But getting back into the gym recently, like as recently as like sometime last week, and this week with a good start to going. I've been all 3 days, feeling a lot better, like a lot of even killed now. Feeling like I'm getting my emotions.
Do you feel
back.
like that helps you kind of like level out your emotions, kind of like getting into the gym and exercising?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. You're hormonal anyway.
I'm hormonal.
You get your time of the month.
I'm on my period.
I didn't say that.
I'm a woman.
I didn't say that.
Is that the joke?
I did not say that. Those are not words that I said, guys. I said you get a time of the month when you're hormonal. Everybody does. Men and women go through hormonal cycles. We all do.
I know.
It's part of life.
Hold on, before I go off the rails, because I've been learning a lot about perimenopause lately. So I'm just like, okay, like I know there's nothing for men, but it's on topic, but it's not. But anyway,
Are you talking about because of the one podcast you listen to?
yeah, so I've just been learning a lot. So it's on topic, but it's not. But
Yes.
okay. But before we go, did you say if you had any plans or goals for the week?
No, my plans or goals for the week just to make it through the week.
I feel you on that.
Like I said, I got a long work weekend because I work Saturday and Sunday this week. And then I have the band concert to go to on Sunday when I get off of work. So Sunday is kind of going to be a long day for me. And then next week is going to be a long week for me too because I'm actually volunteering for St. Baldrick's on Friday of next week. So it's just a lot of long days. So I'm trying to rest. My goal is to rest on my days that I'm not working.
Hey.
I think that's a good goal, right?
About time. I think you should definitely.
Yeah. So no laundry.
I mean, laundry ain't the problem, but we'll say that for another day.
Okay. So, babe, you know I love the "Am I an asshole?" or the conversation that they have on like Reddit. So I brought one for us to discuss today.
Oh, let's hit it.
So I'll read you the scenario, and excuse me for looking down, but I do got to read off my phone. So, okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for not letting my child go to a party because of the price associated with it? The parents had a birthday party, or her daughter's friend was turning 16, and the parents were hosting a birthday party at a Korean barbecue restaurant that has like a back room that you can rent out for parties, and they offer karaoke. In the invitation, it says that anybody attending would have to pay $80, and that would cover
to go to the birthday party.
And that would cover food, drinks, and then the rental of the back room. So
we would be putting in on the party.
Wait, listen. So the mom pretty much said, that her husband just recently got laid off. She's the only one working in the house, so money is tight right now. She's like, she wonders if she's the asshole for telling her daughter, like, no, you can't go to this party because she doesn't feel like she should have to pay to have her daughter go to this birthday party. Like, if somebody is hosting a party, they should cover the cost for the party, and they shouldn't expect the attendees to cover the cost.
Right.
So my question that I have for you, babe, is it tacky for people to ask other people attending the party to cover the cost?
So, okay. All right. Well, I'll answer your question first, but then I do have a question.
Okay.
All right. really hope I don't forget this question.
Ask your question first, then, and then we
Okay.
can go back to this one.
So for the mom, so is it that she don't have the $80, or is it just the principle of her not wanting to pay the $80?
I think it's both. Basically, what she said in the Reddit thread was that money is tight. She was like, she could make it work if she wanted to. She was like, she'd be stretching it. She'd have to, be on a tight budget for the, next week or so.
Right.
And she was going to give her daughter the money. She was like, but also on principle, like, if she was like, if I was throwing a party for my daughter, I wouldn't expect people to give me $80 for my 15 or 16-year-old child to attend the party.
Oh, for sure. All right. So, and then go back to your question.
Okay. So my question is, do you think it's tacky for people to ask other people to cover the cost of a party that they're throwing, that they're hosting?
If I put in for your child's birthday party, I'm taking some of the gifts home with me.
Okay. That's one of my questions I have. But so you think that you would pay it? Would you pay the $80?
If I'm putting in on the party, I'm taking something with me. I'll pay it for sure. But the cake, erasing little Johnny name off the cake, and I'm taking it with me.
Yeah. See, I'm mixed because it's like there are certain things that you probably need to explain a cost on. So like if you were going on like a trip out of town and you were like having like I've done it before with my kid, with with my son. Like I've taken him and a friend out of town to go on vacation for his birthday. I actually covered the cost for the whole trip because I'm like, I invited the kid. I'm not obviously I'm the one inviting the child, so I should cover the cost. I just asked the parent to send money for like spending money. So if they wanted to buy like souvenirs or something extra outside of my budget, then they could contribute. But I feel like if it was like an amusement park, then maybe like, cover your ticket to get in and then like have like some spending money. But other than that, like I wouldn't expect like gas money to get your kid there if I'm picking them up or something like that. And it's like if you're renting out a room, that's an inherent cost of the party. And who's to guarantee that there's going to be enough people to come to cover the cost of the room?
Because I've done that before. I rented out a room at a little fun zone place, and it was just like I just say all the people had to do is bring their child,
right?
Like food and drinks and even little to-go bags or whatever, everything was paid for. So me personally would never invite you to like my child's birthday party and also be like, also can you throw in for the drinks?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like actually, it's almost like a wedding, right? Like she almost made it seem like you need to cover your plate, and your chair that you're taking up, and it's like she must have took the price of everything. The person hosting the party must have took the price of everything and then divided it by how many people that they asked to attend. Because I still think $80 is an absurd amount of money to ask. I might even see like $20. Like, oh, can everybody contribute $20 because
But that's why half that cake is yours. Because even though other people play, they got to take something else. I call dibs on the cake. They can take some chairs. Somebody can take the karaoke machine. Actually, I want the karaoke machine if I paid $80.
Again, if they were going to a place that included activities, but I guess you can call karaoke an activity if you want to. But I feel like if you're going somewhere like to a Dave and Buster's or something like that, and like it's like a lot of activities you got to pay per kid when you there. It's like, okay, I might understand asking the parents to chip in like $10 or $15, but to ask for $80.
Well, that's the thing, because even for
that, a child,
like when you go to like Dave and Buster's or some of these, like I said, fun zone places, I can't think of a particular name. When you sign up for the party, they give you like preloaded cards and stuff to use. Kids. And so then you get
you pay that price up front.
Yeah. But so based on extra, you can, of course I would always send my kid with extra money anyway, but I wouldn't charge you $80 on top of that as well.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of tacky. I feel like if the party was out of your budget, then you probably should have did something a little bit smaller, a little more in your budget. You know what I mean? Like maybe just have a nice sleepover for your daughter's 16th birthday party. Invite the kids over, order a couple pizzas, bake a cake, and sing happy birthday. Let them stay up all night. I'm sure they would have had a good time. But to try and rent out a room in a restaurant because you wanted to have this big party for your child and then turn around and ask all the guests to cover the cost. I don't know. It just don't sit right with me. I don't necessarily know if I would want to keep my kid from attending, but I feel like the parent would definitely hear from me as to why you think or I don't know. Okay, I got another question.
Go for it.
Would it be crazy to still send your kid without the $80?
I would try it. They gonna hold you. I try it.
Just drop and roll.
Yeah. Like, here you go. And then after we can fight afterward about like, oh, I noticed the event was had. You can't take his memories. We out.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
So that brings me to my second question I have. So if you do let your child attend and you do decide to pay the $80 for them to go, are you also giving the 16-year-old a gift?
Absolutely
You have to
not.
pay $80 for your kid to attend.
My kid showing up was the gift. That was $80. That's the $80 gift right there. It's my kid showing up. But why?
She's not gonna get any gifts because I gotta pay $80 for my kid to show up. I'm also gonna come out of my pocket, another $50 for a gift.
Oh no, the gift
This birthday party is turning into an expense.
First of all, I pay
For me.
I might even stay at the party to get my karaoke on to get my $80 to make sure my kid gets his $80 worth, just in case they don't want to eat that time or whatever, or the food nasty. We about to get $80 worth of karaoke. So these kids about to listen to some '90s rap or R&B for at least an hour.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about like a mom had a birthday party for her like 4 or 5-year-old kid or whatever, and decided to have a sleepover. And the parents dropped their kids off, and then of course, at that age, a lot of times it's kids that age 5 years old. A lot of them it's their first sleepover, even though I think 5 is kind of early. But it's their first sleepover, so of course one of the little kids didn't want to go to sleep, was crying, wanted their parents, and the parents were like out of town. Like they
did
left. They did.
Go.
2 hours away, and then the lady was calling the mom. The mom wouldn't answer the phone, and then it was crazy, and didn't end up showing up to the next day. And then she was of course
they went out of town for the night.
Yes, they went out. Like it would be like if
night in the town.
No, out of town. They were 2 hours away. They went and rented a room somewhere to like hang out and party somewhere else. They figured they had a kid free night, and I'm just like, as a parent, I don't think I would leave my 5-year-old. I don't think if I did let my 5-year-old go to a sleepover, I definitely don't think I would not be nearby, because what if there was an emergency? What if they had an allergic reaction to something, or fell or injured themselves, something like that? You're 2 hours away. It's going to take you 2 hours to get to them. That's crazy.
They was trying to get rid of that little boy, huh?
I guess so, or little girl. I think it was
little girl.
Yeah.
Little girl.
So I don't know. I just thought it was weird to be that far away from your kid.
Let them know, like, take your little badass with your friends, because I need this night off. Because she probably don't even do that just at the friend's house. She probably do that at home.
Grandparent, a family member. You tell your mama or your daddy and be like, hey, here's the kid, we're going out of town, so you watch your grandchild for the night, and then we'll be back tomorrow to pick him up. That's what you do. You don't drop a kid off at a birthday party and then just disappear.
Well, all right. Were the kids 5? Or were
they were little. That's kindergarten age. 5 is young.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. At 5 years
old. This isn't a 12-year-old or 13-year-old.
But that just lets you know. That just lets you know how much these parents needed that break. Because me personally, no, I wouldn't. I can't even. I don't even know how far I can go without it being from like a parent or a family member's house. I don't think I would go that far. But yeah, at 5, okay, I'm not. But that should let you know how bad the little girl was, where the parents dropped her off and said,
"You think the kid was bad?"
I mean, I'm open to speculate. Yes.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Why would you say that the kid?
I would say the kid is bad because at 5 years old, I don't think most parents, majority of parents, I think would try to stay.
Parents bad, because it sounds like it's just bad parenting. It sounds like these parents.
Well, bad parenting leads to bad kids.
I disagree. I
was just doing that for the.
Just saying, like, I think it's bad parenting. I feel like they were just the type they find any excuse to leave their kid with whoever.
No,
the type that drop their kid off at a sleepover and then wait until like the last minute to come pick their kid. That's the kind of energy they gives. You supposed to pick your kids up by noon. They show up at like 4:00 in the afternoon the next day to pick pick the kid up or something. Weird stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. But just to give the parents a break, I'm gonna say little badass kid need to give their parents a break, because them parents, I don't think they was waiting for somebody to take that kid off their hands at night.
Sure. you want to call the kid a bad kid, I guess.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Sure. So I don't know about you, babe. I don't really know your motivation, but my motivation was like I felt like a whale when we were on vacation. I have recently started like trying to change my diet and like eat better because last year I did really good. Like from what was it, like April to like October? Like I was at the gym like 3 or 4 days a week, sometimes 5. You want
Is that what you think?
you don't think I was at the gym that often?
You think you was 4 to 5 days a week?
Okay, let's look. Hold on. Let's pull up. Planet Fitness has my records of how many times I went to the gym.
April and October?
Mhm.
And you think you went 4 to 5 days a week?
Yeah.
At the gym?
At the gym.
You think you were there 4 to 5 days a week?
Okay, maybe not April, but May for sure. Look at all those days in May.
How many? Can I see May again?
All of those days. All of those days in July. Look, okay, fine. It was more like July then. Okay, July, August, and okay, whatever.
October, July.
Gym a lot.
You're July.
No, this has to be wrong. I promise you, this has to be wrong.
This is your proof. You pulled this out.
No, babe, this is wrong. It's wrong. I was at the gym like, okay, man, like 3 days a week.
Okay, you okay.
Yeah, because I was working Tuesdays and Fridays and Sundays for sure. That's 3 days a week.
Okay. I'm giving you, I know you was going Tuesday and Friday.
And Sundays. When I wasn't working on Sundays, I was going Sundays.
You worked a lot of Sundays.
No, I didn't. Because my other salon didn't open up until August. And that's when my schedule got really crazy after that. So I was working a lot. Anyways.
So you worked out really hard for July last year.
Started going to the gym in April. And I've been working out, I guess not as consistently as I should have. But I felt like I was in good shape last year. When we went on vacation in October, I felt happy about my body. And my goal is to try and get back to my 2021 body. I feel like that was perfect. That was a stress-free year of my life. And I felt really happy. And I was at my ideal weight. So that's my goal, to get back to that. So I've been at the gym like 6 times now, right?
This week?
No, not this week. I'm saying since last week.
I'm sorry, because I've been wondering, like, where is she pulling these numbers? 6 times since last week.
Since last week. Because I went Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. That's 5, right? Or 4? Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, 4 days. So I went 4 days. And then I was going to...
So where do these...
I was just guesstimating. Oh, my God.
Like, you just make the numbers.
I was just guessing. I just said that.
Like, y'all, I was at the gym all day today. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, continue. You were telling the story. I'm sorry. Continue.
Anyways, like I said, I went to the gym 4 times in the last week. So since last Tuesday, I've gone 4 times, and I was going to go today, but I really needed a rest day because I went 2 days in a row, and you really can't overdo it when you first start back in the gym, just because my back already hurts. I'll just say that, and my shoulder on this side. So I'm probably not doing something right in the gym in the first place. So I'm going to try and go tomorrow when I get off work, and then Friday, and then Sunday. I don't know. I'm going to try and go before I go to work on Sunday. So that's the plan, to get up and go to the gym before I go to work.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I prefer it in the morning. Like when I went yesterday after work, I hated it. It was terrible. It's too many people after work.
I tried to go this morning. I don't know if you know, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. this morning, but I couldn't find my headphones, and that pissed me off.
So then you got back in bed.
Yeah, so then I had to go back to sleep. It was just like I had to fall asleep, and then I felt like I got like 15 minutes, and then my alarm went back off. It was like, it's time to start your day now. Yeah. But I was pissed off because it's like
where did you end up finding? Where did you find them?
Oh, they were in a pile of clothes, if you believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whose pile of clothes?
Not mine.
Why was your clothes? Why were your headphones in my clothes?
You tell me.
I didn't touch your headphones.
If you say so.
Crazy, wild times.
They were there. I found them, and then I had to go after I got off work because I could have been done.
Yeah, you could have been done this morning. We could have recorded earlier. Things happen, guys.
Yes. People hide their
headphones. People are irresponsible, and they don't put their things away where they're supposed to be, and then they blame you.
Now, what y'all just heard today? Who would y'all listen to?
because I've mistaken my amount of workout days. Anyways, like I said, I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to get back in the gym. I'm trying to just feel better. I'm trying to get more energy. Like that's my number one thing, like to try and get more energy. So I don't know if I need to start taking some vitamins too. But you are exercising now too. How many times are you trying to commit to going to the gym now?
I'm trying to go 5 days a week. I am
Are
like
you skipping days? Or are you doing like 2 days on a rest day, then 2 days on a rest day, or what's your plan?
so yeah, so it's probably like 3 and 2. So go 3 days in a row, which today would have been my third. So tomorrow I'm not gonna go. Then Thursday, Friday,
Rest Saturday,
rest Saturday,
and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
yeah. And so I'm just try to keep it going like that, or I might need to switch some days in there from time to time, but that's ultimately my goal because I am with you. On our last vacation, there was a couple pictures, my stomach out there poking, and I ain't never seen my stomach poke like that before. So I was just like,
Some alcohol.
I don't nah.
Maybe
Well,
if you drink
I'm sure.
less.
Well, on vacation, I'm not gonna do that, but while I'm not on vacation, definitely. So that's one of the
Are you
things.
cutting alcohol out of your diet?
Not like 100%, but I'll have like a designated day, like maybe like a Saturday.
But you have like a drink.
Yeah, I can have like a drink or two, but for the most part, I can dwindle down my meals to just a boring everyday chicken sandwich.
Speaking of meals, babe, what is your diet looking like right now? Because me and you have different ideas of eating healthy.
Well, like once again, so I do, and I did add some greens.
I didn't say we didn't. I just said we have different ideas.
Because I know you be on.
I'm trying to put you on blast.
It's okay.
Like you trying to put me on blast.
No, but I'm gonna I got it out there before you could, because who knows what would have happened if I didn't say something just
I just
now.
asked you, what is your diet looking like? And you gave me a whole speech about you adding greens to your diet instead of answering the question.
Okay. So my diet consists of a chicken sandwich or chicken oatmeal. I give me a little Nutri-Grain bar. That's my snack that I'm allowed. And then some kind of greens. So I'll do broccoli or peas or something like that. Mainly broccoli or peas. It's a very bland diet, but it's something that it's just I'm just can eat to survive. I'm not eating for taste or flavor or anything like that.
Are you doing it to like increase or like decrease your? Are you on like a calorie deficit or like what's your?
So I am counting my calories. Pretty much, I'm actually trying to end on a deficit. So I'm trying to lose more in a day than I
burn or eat less.
Yeah,
more than you eat.
Than I eat. Yeah.
So do you have like a goal set? Like I'm using my Samsung Health app, so I have like a goal. Calorie goal is between 15 and 1600 calories a day, and I on average burn about 2200 calories.
So yeah, I do have so I don't have my watch is gone now these days, but I do have an app on my phone, and I actually invented, and the gym that we go to, I don't want to give them no free promotion just in case we blow up. Free the deposit though. And they do actually have like a tracking thing as well. So I use that in their app as well, and it actually like tracks like all the workouts that I do, all the machines, the weights, stuff like that. So, yeah. What about you? Now, how do our diet foods contrast? What's the difference? What do you do?
So my focus has been to increase my protein and reduce my carbs. So I've been trying to like reduce the amount of bread and stuff like that I'm eating, but I know that I still need fiber in my diet. So I've been trying to eat like a piece of toast every day. So like this morning I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee. So I've actually reduced. I usually drink a large coffee every day from Dunkin', and I'm down to a small. And I'm only drinking on the days that I go to work. So if I don't go to work that day, then I'm not having a coffee. So I didn't have one on Sunday, which I think also contributed to me having a headache as well. And I didn't have one on Friday.
Addiction.
Yes, caffeine is an addiction. We can agree to that.
Okay.
Again, look at you trying to put me on blast.
I'm on one. My bad. I am on one. My bad. I'm slowing it down now. I'm on.
Thanks, babe. Yes, caffeine is an addiction, and that's why I say I'm on one a small order of coffee a day every day that I go to work. So if I have the day off, then I'm not having coffee. And then I'm having turkey bacon in the morning, and we were out of eggs, so I haven't had any eggs. My breakfast will probably consist of like turkey bacon, like 4 pieces of turkey bacon, like maybe 1 or 2 eggs, and then a piece of toast. And then I have my Light and Fit Dannon yogurt, Greek yogurt. It's got a lot of proteins and it's less low calories. I think it's like 12 grams of protein and only 80 calories. So I've been having those. That's like to curve my sweet tooth too. And then like bananas and grapes too to kind of like curve my sweet tooth because sugar is my problem. Sugar is my other addiction. So I could sit and eat a whole box of cereal or cookies or
You
whatever
can you
in a
can
day.
you ever had cakes?
No, I'm not eating that.
That's no
And
sugar.
then chicken, fish, and then I'm probably gonna get like a steak tomorrow because I bought like a bunch of onions and like peppers and stuff like that. I got some zucchini in the refrigerator, so I'm just gonna do a lot of sheet bakes where it's just like meat and vegetables for dinner. And I want to try and figure out how to make quinoa. So, and
Very
I
good
want
for
to
you.
try edamame. So that I'm trying to expand out on my vegetables. Like I did a Brussels sprout the other day. I didn't like how it came out. It was too soggy. I like mine like nice and crispy. So I don't know if I just let it sit too long because I put it in at the same time that I made the chicken. And of course, the chicken took longer to cook than the Brussels sprouts.
Mhm.
So it was my favorite. I'm gonna try again though. But trying to just introduce different vegetables into my life, and then just not eat the same meat. I can't eat chicken
Excellent.
every day. I just can't do it. So like today I had salmon and I tried that the broccoli Caesar salad kit, which I was not sure because I'm not really a fan of raw broccoli, but it's actually really good, especially with the salmon mixed in with it. So
Mhm.
it's probably gonna be one of my go-tos. I'll probably have that like maybe once a week.
And I will say another thing is I'm trying to, at least for this month, the reason why chicken is the main thing, and I'll probably switch it up, do like grilled chicken or whatever. But I'm also trying not to do any red meat this month. So that's why it's like I'm just sticking to like chicken and stuff. You know.
Well, I'm trying to be a muscle, so that's why I need the protein. So I'm gonna definitely eat like steak and chicken and fish. I'm trying to eat anything that has protein in it. So like right now, I think my goal is like 70 grams of protein or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says on there, but
So
my goal is pretty high every day to increase. So that way, when I am in the gym and I am doing my weights, like there's protein in my body to replenish my muscles as they're growing.
so can
So
I ask what's your overall goal in the gym? Like, are you trying to tone up
I'm
or
trying to tone up. So that's
okay?
that's my point. I don't want like which my arms aren't really that bad because I use my arms every day for work. So my upper body strength isn't horrible. It's mostly like I'm trying to like reduce the strain on my neck and my shoulders. And like my massage therapist says, like going to the gym and like doing like the shoulders and like the arms and stuff like that will help strengthening. I always say like when you go to the gym, like exercising like your back, like strengthening your back helps with back problems and things like that. So since I'm on my feet all day long, I just want a stronger body
Mm,
and I just want everything to be kind of like toned and shaped up. I want to get rid of the belly, a little belly flap.
I get you. That's a little bit of mine is just mainly like because I'm pretty cool. Like I mean, I always will do like exercises or I'm sorry, I always do like the weightlifting and stuff like that. And I actually have been doing my back workouts, which is weird because like my back hurts right now. It really does. But it's like a weird like if I move like this.
Are you stretching every day? Because that's
Mhm.
one thing I was not doing last year, and I'm making sure that after every workout, I'm actually stretching.
You're stretching, oh, like you're stretching before you work out.
No, I should be stretching before I work out, but I start my workout on a treadmill
So what do you mean? When are you stretching then?
after I work out, like at the end of my
Oh,
workout.
okay.
So let's do routine. So like, what's your gym routine? 'Cause that was one of my questions I was gonna ask.
Uh,
Like, do you have like a set routine that you do in the gym, or do you kind of mix it up?
I mean, it's a routine, but it is kind of mixed up. So like, I'll start with like Sunday. Sunday, I uh worked out free weights first because, like I said, my main thing is to slim down. I just want to lose weight. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to build up too much muscle. I would just want to tone, but I'm just trying to. First goal is lose weight, then build the muscle and tone up. So I do my free weights, and I'll just switch it between upper body and lower body. Like Sunday was upper body day, which is when I started. When I say upper body, it's just complete. It's everything above
Mhm.
the waist.
Yeah.
So it can be chest, back, biceps, triceps, lats, anything. So that was my Sunday. And then I'll end it with at this point because freshly back. I haven't started running yet, but I've just been walking on the treadmill for an hour. So then on Monday, I did lower body, so a full leg day, which is I'm actually surprised that my legs are still standing. Didn't hurt that, don't hurt too much.
Yeah.
But did legs, walked an hour on the treadmill, and then today went back, did some upper body, did a couple new machines, and then walked on the treadmill for an hour. So now when I go back Thursday, I'll make it like a lower body day. But my goal is to eventually what I do is on the treadmill is I slowly increase the speed and the elevation. That was
The
called
incline.
incline. There we go. I said elevation.
Same thing.
I was gonna say yeah, but all right. Anyway, getting off topic. Yes. So that is my routine. Do you have a certain one?
Yeah, so I'm an opposite of you. I actually go in and I start on a treadmill, and I usually only do about 35 minutes, and it's only because of the way that the intervals of the treadmill go. Like how they have like those little lines, and they go like to each one. So usually I start off on an incline of 1, and then when it goes to the next one, I'll go up to 3, and then when it goes to the next one, I'll go up to 5. Then when it goes to the next one, I'll go up to 7. I'll stay there for 2. Then I'll go back down to 5, then down to 3, then down to 2, then down to 1. And then I usually have like a minute and a half left where I'll just kind of like slow it down, so like do a little mini cool off. And then yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I alternate each day between leg day and arms. So I might do the leg machines. I do the I don't even know what they're called, the machine, but it's like the ones that work the thighs, pretty much like the top of the thighs, and then like the back, and then I do the machine, the hip. Yeah, I do that one. So the ones that work the inner and outer part of the thigh, like the butt, the glutes, and then
Sorry, I got a story to tell you at the gym actually from yesterday, but go ahead.
okay. And then on the days that I do arms, I do the biceps and then triceps, and then I do the shoulder thing. And then after that, I just do floor work. So I've been watching a lot of videos on like core ab work and like strengthening your core. So sometimes I'll do the rotary machine that works your obliques, but then a lot of the rest of it's just on the floor. So a lot of just bicycles, a lot of I do the hip bridges for my glutes. I do the standing where they have like the weight and you kind of like do a knee up. Just a lot of strength core strengthening exercises, and then after that I usually do my massage and then or my stretching, and then I go to the hydro massage chair afterwards. I like to spend my last 10 minutes at the gym at the hydro massage chair if it's open.
You should try stretching before you start.
Oh no, I should. I absolutely should be stretching before I work out. But I just get in there and it's like if I go to the back, it kind of I don't know why because it's like I got to go to the back, I got to stretch, and then I come back up to do the treadmills, and then I got to work my way through the gym after that. So I don't know, but I'm gonna try and do better about stretching for sure. Or maybe I should stretch before I go.
Which you should definitely stretch before at least stretch before whatever you're about to do. So if you're about to just do the treadmill, stretch your legs. If you're about to do arms, pull back. That something you had said reminded me. So yesterday at the gym, I easily work up a sweat. I easily work up a sweat in the gym. So I understand sometimes people can be sweaty. I'm nobody to complain about that. So I do, and I'm just doing legs, but for whatever reason, it was first day back, so I'm just trying to get first day of leg day.
Yeah.
So I'm just just doing stuff. So I go over so after I finish my last leg workout, now I'm about to get on the treadmill. It's the gym tends to be pretty busy. Like there's always like a lot of people there. Well, this particular day, I feel like every treadmill was taken except for one, and now I have a very good understanding as to why. Because the dude next to it, super musty, like, and it's like
Unbearable.
yes, and and we right underneath that that big ass fan, and so it's just spinning around, and it's doing like
circulating the air.
Yes, and it's like I gotta do this. I don't want to leave yet because this is like day 2. If I leave now, I might not come back.
Why you ain't do a different machine then? Because usually if I go in and the treadmills are busy, then I might do the stair master.
Because I didn't want to. And it was super busy up there. But I didn't think of you like this was I needed to do my hour on the treadmill. So this was the last thing that I had to do. And however, like people were getting off the machines, but by the time they started getting off the machines, I'm, 25 minutes in. I like to see my progress on the treadmill. So I didn't want to get off and like, it's me
And he
getting,
wasn't getting off.
yeah, he did. He got off at my 40-minute mark, which is at that time like I'm breathing out my nose, and then I'm also like people are walking by me, and like
They smell
I
it.
know
They
that,
don't know
and
if it's you or him.
yes. So I'm over here. I'm trying to make faces like it's not me. I recognize that there's this musty smell, and it is this gentleman in this must. Because it was so bad at first. I did question myself because I was like, I know I put on and all of that, this, and I'm like, no, that's not me. And then it just whoosh, and it's like, so it's got to be this dude. And then when he walked away, when I say that smell, immediately was like it was following him like, and I felt bad because he went to go do other machines to still work out on, and that follows you,
Yeah.
and it's like the whole time I just wanted I wanted to be like, buddy, you should really change that hoodie or something.
Oh, he was wearing a hoodie.
Yes, which I'm all for it. I work out
I
hoodies all
don't
the
know how
time.
people do it.
I feel like it helps you sweat more, which, what I'm saying, depending on what your goal is. I'm trying to sweat a lot because there's weight in that. So I'm trying to do that. But
Does it help you lose weight or does it just dehydrate you?
I feel like no, there's stuff in your sweat that you lose when it goes. So
Like toxins. Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense, I guess.
So yeah. So anyway, so that was like the worst 40-minute walk of my life because I'm literally like, and I'm I walk at a fast pace on there. So it's weird to be breathing out your mouth.
Must. Yeah.
But it's like I couldn't take the smell no more.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to stay. I probably would have got on for like 5 minutes and I would have been like, "Ah, I can't do this," and I would have just left.
I
'Cause
wanted to,
we
but
have the walking pad here. I would have
yeah.
just came home and did the
Well,
walking pad.
well, I do that here. I do that. That's my like tip, and then I was like, all right, now let me get my body ready for the real gym.
All right, so how do you keep yourself accountable, or how do you plan on keeping yourself accountable for your change in diet and your gym workout?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. At this point, it is just sheer willpower. Maybe I'll look at one of them pictures from that is my. How do you plan on holding yourself accountable? All right, babe. So, how do you hold yourself accountable, or how do you plan on holding yourself accountable for going to the gym and being consistent?
For me, I'm using my app. I feel like that's gonna be like the best thing. My watch. So I have a Samsung watch, and it tracks my steps. Obviously, it's tracking how many calories. I'm holding myself accountable on how much water. Like pretty much, besides drinking my one small coffee per day, the only other thing that I'm drinking right now is water. I used to love Korean apple juice by Ocean Spray, and I'm kind of cutting that out because of the sugar. I feel like that it's probably definitely increased my weight gain. And I mean, I'm not that big, so I feel like it's always frustrating to talk to people about losing weight or having a desire to lose weight
I know.
because when I talk to people, they're like, "You're not that big," and I'm like, "I know I'm not that big because I'm tall, so my weight goes up and down." So it's like,
Be tall and big. I am living
no,
proof.
I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm just saying because I am so tall and because I'm not that big. You know what I mean? Like people look at me and they think that I don't have any weight to lose, and I'm like, I do. I'm not saying that I need to drop 50 pounds, but I want to drop like 15. And even if I don't lose the actual weight, I can gain it back in muscle by toning up. So it's not necessarily, it's about more like I want my waist to shrink a little bit and I want my stomach to be flatter and I want to have more energy. Like that's the most important thing to me. So yeah, so I'm using my app to hold myself accountable for all of my meals too. So every meal that I have, I'm entering it in there. And even before I decide to eat it, I put it in there first. So like the other day I went to Jewel and I grabbed a Dannon Light and Fit yogurt. It was a sundae, like a brownie sundae. And I was like, okay, if I eat this, plus if I eat, I think I grabbed like a lean cuisine, spaghetti and meatballs, and then I grabbed, I think that was it, because I think the other thing I grabbed was water. So I put those both in. I was like, okay, if I eat both of these right now, how many calories is that gonna be? And then like how many more calories do I have left in the day to eat? And so then I put it in first before I even decided to make my purchase. So that's helping me hold myself accountable. Of course, this is only like I'm only a week and a half into it. So we'll see how well it progresses. But I feel like if I can get through the month of March, then this can become like a better habit. I feel like my cravings for sugar will go down a lot. And I feel like it'll be a lot easier for me to make healthier choices. I won't necessarily need to like track everything before I eat it.
Mhm.
I feel like it'll hopefully come like a little easier to me.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And like I always listen to when they say whoever said it, whoever came up with it, 28 days to form a habit. So that's why it's like, yeah. So I at least want to get through all of March, and then slowly probably introduce myself back into variety of foods and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, because
But
you cutting out a lot. I'm not cutting out that
yeah,
much. I'm still trying to eat. I'm still eating a variety of things. I'm just trying to reduce my calories per day. So I'm not just sticking to one type of food. So yeah,
yeah, nah,
yeah.
I get myself like I got time limits. Like I can eat after 7 and before 9. Like so, I got that small
So
little
you got that fasting between
yeah.
7 p.m. Yeah, and Ash Wednesday is tomorrow. So like I do Lent, so I won't be eating or I won't be eating meat on Fridays. So it'll be an easy way for me to eat.
Is it just meat on Fridays for that?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'll
so
be.
that's why they do fish
Mhm.
and
Yeah, so
ham and
so I'm
pepper and
like,
egg.
and I'm like, the bad part is, I'm like, I'm so used to getting me like a fish sandwich from Portillo's or Wendy's, so I was like, I'm gonna have to like,
Yeah, fish sandwich from Wendy's.
yes, it's
Really?
yeah, they're
Hmm.
good. Fish sandwich from Wendy's and a fish sandwich from Portillo's. Portillo's is probably my favorite fish sandwich, but yeah, I'm used to getting those around this time of the year, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to just do some fish at home.
Okay. Or
So.
Long John Silver's?
No, because I'm really trying to
Okay.
reduce my amount of fast food. Like
I'm with
fast
you.
food is like really only an option if it's like I didn't food prep for the week and I don't have anything else to eat, but I also know I need to eat something
Right.
because my thing will remind me like you have not had enough calories today. Like you need to eat something else. So, and then my app also reminds me of how many workouts. So like once I hit like my 3 workouts for the week, it's like you hit your 3 workouts for the week, it sends you like a little congratulations. So yeah.
Mm. Uh,
Mhm. Okay, babe. So you know that we're planning a family vacation. And when I mean family, I mean like all of my immediate family. So my parents, my siblings, their significant others, their children, and then us, and then our kids, right? And so we got together this weekend, me and my siblings and my parents, to like finalize what we're gonna do because this was originally my dad's idea. He wanted us to all go on a vacation and he picked the destination. We were all excited about it. And then we started realizing like how expensive that destination was gonna be.
mhm.
So then we were like, well, let's like brainstorm some other locations. And so I really wanted to go to Mexico. Like everybody knows I wanted to do Mexico for Christmas. So I was like, if we don't get to do it this year, we're gonna do this family vacation. I'm like, for sure 2026, I'm like, I wanna go to Mexico. I'm like, I don't care where we go in Mexico, but I wanna go to Mexico. So we were just brainstorming Saturday, figured out where we were gonna go, set the plans, and then I just said, hey, because we've been looking at like United Vacations, Southwest Vacations, going through Expedia and everything else. Like I'm gonna check on Tuesdays because Tuesdays usually has the best deals for flights. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but typically Tuesdays have the better deals. So I was like, I'm gonna check today, and it actually was pretty decent because I think originally our trip that I what did I say? It was like 12, like a little, almost like 13 grand, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
For like me, like us, and then my sister's family, so like for 8 people. And then I was like, we found the better deal, and it saved us like like $4,500, right? Like it took it down like
Well, yeah,
45.
yeah. But
So like all together for all 8 of us, it took it down like $4,500 if we booked today. And so then like I sent all of the screenshots to my family, like, hey, this is the price that I got. Like this is the resort. Like we were just trying to decide between these two different resorts. I'm like, these are two different resorts. And then they like, well, how about we do this location? And I was
like a random
like,
one out
oh,
of
no
nowhere.
location. And I was like, no, we
Like they
just
threw
did that.
some that wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, so it was like, well, so it was pretty much my sister, and she was like, "Oh, I saw that I saw on, she looked at a different location. She's like, I saw that the rates are a lot cheaper for this location if we go here instead, and then do the all inclusive resorts because the one resort that I picked, she wasn't sure if it was kid friendly enough because in there it says like a lot of partying that they do, and I was like, well, it has like a kiddie pool section. It said it has like a kids club. And at night they do like a lot of kid activities. So I'm like, I didn't even think they have like a movie on the beach at night or something like that. So it's like I think it's kid friendly enough. But she ended up showing us another location. Well, for whatever reason, when she goes on to United Vacations, her rates are lower than mine.
Really?
Yeah, so like we can like on Saturday we were doing it. We were like pulling it up at the same time. We were putting in the same dates,
The
putting
same
in the
thing?
same amount of people, and it would show up as two different rates. Like mine would be like, let's just estimate it was like $1,200 per person. Hers will come out to be like $975. And I'm like, well, why is it doing that? So we could never figure it out. So I kept trying to sign in. I was like, maybe if I create an account with United Vacations, because signing into my United Airlines account was not
Was not
letting
done.
me do that. It kept telling me not. So then I kept trying to sign into it on there, and it was not letting me sign in at all. So it's still telling me that. Excuse me. So when I sent them the screenshots today, I told her, I'm like, hey, when you go on there, your rates might actually be lower because I said, because every time I pull it up, it's always a little bit higher. I said, so you
Why?
might.
I'm sorry. Why is there any reason why it's showing
I
it
don't
lower?
know why.
Okay, so
I
you guys
mean, I
have
don't know if it's because she used to work for United, so like she has an account on there. Like I don't. Again, I think it might be because if you're signed in, they give you a certain rate versus if you're not signed
say
in.
like a guest or something.
I'm assuming. I don't know the reason. All I know is they were showing her one rate. They were showing me one. Because even she took a screenshot of one of the locations. It showed like $967 per person. When I looked, it was like $1,100 and something dollars. And I was like, well, that's per person. So like that adds up over time. Like if you're paying for a family of four, that's a couple. That's extra $400 to $500 that you got to come out of your pocket versus the other one. So we finally ended up deciding on the one location that was like a better price range for us because of the like they were gonna have to come out of their pocket like an extra like $500 to $600 if we stay versus if we would have went to the other location. But we had already priced out for that original location, and it was gonna cost us like an extra $5,000, so about $2,500 per family for us to go to that other location. So I was happy that they agreed. But it's just like I think a family vacation is hard because you got so many people's opinions. You got to figure out what location. Everybody change their mind every 5 seconds, including myself. I'm gonna hold myself accountable because I did it when we were trying to plan a trip to in October. It was like, let's go to New Orleans.
Yeah,
And
there
it's
we
like,
go.
let's go to Tulum. Then it's like, okay, fine. We finally gonna go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and I remember you saying like, "Oh, I remember we supposed to go to Puerto Rico." Never told me. She just
He
made
knew.
this up and then just told me.
But the only
One night
reason
we
why I changed New Orleans to Puerto Rico, or I wanted to change it because New Orleans was so expensive to
I
go
get
in
that.
October. It
And I
was we were gonna spend like what was it, like $4,000 or something like that.
1,400 just for the hotel.
No, it was more than that. I think it was like almost $2,000 for the hotel room.
I don't know.
It wasn't like 18
I can't remember.
plus. They give you like they put a hold on your card and everything else when you go and check in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was really expensive to go for that for what was it, 3 nights or whatever, 4 nights.
Yeah,
I think we
3 or
were
4
doing.
days.
Yeah, we did Thursday to Sunday. So yeah, so it was gonna be a lot of money plus the tickets to go in were really expensive, and then it was like we were gonna have to spend a lot of money on food and drinks. I was just like, if I'm gonna spend this much money, I want to be sitting on somebody's beach, and Puerto Rico was way cheaper. What?
You saved yourself with beach. I was like, "Will you ever be sitting on somebody's what?" Sorry. Go ahead. You saved yourself with beach. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to be sitting on somebody's beach.
Okay, cool. I'm with it.
Are you good?
Yes. Sorry, I had worked myself up for
Yeah,
a second.
you did.
I was ready. All right. So anyway,
What did you think? You think I was gonna say
I don't know what you was gonna say.
money to sit on anybody?
Don't know. I heard why to sit on somebody's
Beach.
Yeah, beach wasn't out yet.
Right.
Time slowed down. All I heard, sit on somebody's.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm gonna be spending that much money, I'm gonna be sitting on somebody's beach.
Gotcha.
Because I want to be enjoying the nice warm weather, and I feel like at that point, we weren't sure if it was gonna be rainy or like what the weather was gonna be like. And plus, I guess because it's Halloween time, I guess New Orleans is really busy in October, and they got a lot of festivals and stuff like that going on. So it's just a lot more tourists coming down, and it's pretty expensive. So yeah. All right.
I do want to throw in. That's why on a lot of, especially like family vacations, don't put me in no plan. Just tell me when and where.
Oh, because you're so good at that.
What?
With your mom's birthday vacation that we doing, but he gave me like 4 different dates. I've been working on these dates since last year. I'm like, okay, these are the dates I'm gonna keep watching the flights for, and then I'm talking to you and you're like, no, that's not the dates we doing. We doing this date and this date. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Then you pull out the message and you still had the dates wrong.
Look,
And I was
it's
just
funny. I was told all these different dates, and the most recent one was from Saturday to Tuesday.
right.
Well,
Originally, he
Wednesday.
said Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like we were flying Friday, we were coming
Well,
back
we was
Saturday
coming
or
in
Sunday.
Friday because we were
No,
coming
we
in
were coming
early.
in Thursday because we were coming in early. Because originally you gave me the dates from Friday to Sunday. Like we were, and I was like, that's a short trip. I'm like, we flying in, and then we flying right back out like 2 days later. Like that's pretty short. And then that's when I was like, hey, how about we go in a day early? We got time to like explore the city, and then we'll meet your family at the airport the next day, and we can all ride together to the Airbnb. And you were cool with that. But I'm like, now that we got so much stuff going on, it's like that's not in our budget anymore. Let's just stay with the free housing at the Airbnb and take our flight and go and get there when everybody else gets there.
Yeah, so once you change the days that we should go, then I got confused.
Because we would have been there so many extra. If we would have flew out Thursday, we would have had to find a hotel to stay in for Thursday and Friday night.
Right.
Because your people wasn't coming in until Saturday.
Right. Which I found out on Sunday. So, Sunday.
So, this is planning a family vacation, y'all. Because your family ain't no better than mine. Or you. They the problem or you the problem, honestly.
I truly don't know, but either way, I'm glad I wasn't involved in the decision making. And I'm also very, like, now all I know is the win. Well, I got the where. I don't, maybe I don't know the win, but I got the where.
Okay. Sure.
It's easy.
So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I mean, it's not unobvious to you because I'm all into politics these days. I need to know what our president is doing, how he's ruining our country.
Is he now? Okay.
Yes. Are you on his side now?
No. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to have a smart alecky remark.
Okay. Sure. So, anyways, I'm sure lots of people saw the Trump, Vance, and Zelensky Ukrainian president, meeting at the White House that happened last week, and I just wanted to talk about it because I was shocked, even though I probably shouldn't have been shocked.
Were you really shocked? Really?
It was on TV. Again, I shouldn't be shocked because a lot of these press conferences that have been happening in the Oval Office have been reality TV. So again, I should not be shocked. I mean, there's been so much going on in that Oval Office on TV publicly.
This season of America, they promised us it would be wilder, wetter, more destructive, and it's all coming into fruition.
Yeah.
This season is the craziest one yet.
I don't know. So I just wanted to ask, like, what did you think about what happened? Because I'm not surprised that they behaved that way. I feel like they were bullies.
Oh, they were definitely bullying, and I think Vance turned up, and that got Trump turned up because I think they were like every time that Zelensky would talk or that Trump would talk, he would try to make it seem like them Ukraine and Russia had the same issue where Ukraine is literally just defending themselves from Russia invading them. And Trump would try to ignore that fact and just I just want to make peace. Well, let me try my Trump impression. I just want there to be peace. I don't want there to be Nah.
No, you sound Russian right now. Like you trying to impersonate a Russian accent.
But yeah, so he kept belittling, and I think Zelensky kept trying to explain no, Russia is in the wrong here. We are not what we're doing is not equal to what they did. And then Vance came out. Do you he gave big do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah.
You should be thankful. And that's another I think they they wanted how TikTok was with Trump when they were thank you, President Trump, for all that you're doing. And so it's just and when he didn't do all of that, they would, start name calling him, acting like kids.
Yes. So to me, it was two things. We got to see gaslighting happen right in front of us because they were pretty much saying Russia didn't start the war. that is a fact that Russia started the war.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're going to try and now convince the president of Ukraine that it didn't happen, that is literal definition of gaslighting. You're trying to manipulate him into thinking that a fact is not a fact and trying to tell him something else. And then to try and turn around and say, like, you weren't grateful, like, you need to be grateful. He is literally, every time that he did a press conference when he was talking, addressing people and giving people updates, he was thanking America. He even had a speech where he said, thank you to the United States, thank you to the citizens, thank you to all the people over there, all of the money that's being coming over here to help the citizens of my country, stay safe, help our soldiers and things like that. Like, he has done nothing but thank the United States every single time that he's gotten in front of a camera, up until recently, because I wouldn't be thanking him either the way he was attacked. And then to me, it reminds me of a toxic relationship. And I've been in a relationship where I've had people speak to me the way that they were speaking to him. So it kind of really triggered me. It's kind of like, even though he was not in the wrong, there was nothing that he was doing. They pretty much wanted him to walk on eggshells, say exactly what they wanted to hear. And if he said anything else besides that, then they jumped down his throat. They belittled him about what he was wearing, about his appearance.
They talked about
one of the dudes that were in there, they pretty much said, like, you're being disrespectful by showing up without a suit. He's like, do you own a suit? And it's like, meanwhile, Elon shows up in a goddamn t-shirt and jeans all the goddamn time.
We all know Elon's the real president.
Right. And so it's like stuff like that. And then they talking about something, pretty much telling him he needs to kiss their ass and like, you don't have any cards to play. You need to just do whatever we say because we're in control. You're not. Like, that is key toxic relationships. And it's like, I feel so bad because it's like, a woman who's getting her ass whooped every single day by her abusive husband, and she doesn't have a job or like any type of income to leave the situation, so she has no choice but to stay there. And I feel like that's how they're treating Ukraine right now. Like, they need our support, they need our money, and they don't have any other way. Otherwise, what's going to happen is Russia's going to come in and defeat them and take over their land. And so they're stuck in a hard place between, well, do I kiss y'all ass and grovel at your feet and beg you for this money and set aside my ego, or do I do what I know is right because you are wrong and just take the defeat, deal with Russia on their own. And so I'm really hoping, and I know Europe is trying their best to do it, to step up, but it's kind of like it's in their hands right now, and I just feel so embarrassed as an American. And then
that's why I would honestly be like, for any country to come over and ask us for anything, you can't ask us right now. Our citizens, we as citizens are not in the situation that we want to be in right now.
Right.
We, like...
They're taking stuff away from us, so they're certainly not giving it to other countries. Right. And so, I don't know. I just feel like I hope that... Because what Trump essentially thinks is going to happen is that, if Russia takes over Ukraine, that's totally fine. We're buddy-buddy with Russia. But where is that to stop any of these other countries like North Korea from deciding, okay, well, America isn't doing anything about Russia. We're going to go in and do whatever we want over here on our side. We can go into any of these countries nearby us, starting with South Korea, and decide to start a war with them and decide to start taking over their lands. And then it's the same thing with Israel and Palestinians. It's like that war will never end if Russia, and then what's to stop Russia from deciding to come across the sea? Because we're not that far.
Well, that's
like people forget that Russia and the United States damn near touch because of Alaska. There's nothing to stop them from just working their way on over to the United States and starting to take our area over. And it's like, we were a united front before. Like, we all were together, and we were putting Russia is the bad guy. At the end of the day, aligning ourselves with the bad people.
You ever seen like any Rocky movie? It's always, well, I can't say any. There's one of the Rocky movies, like it was definitely like the Russian bad guy, and then like the Miracle on Ice was USA versus Russia. They are the bad guys in so many movies for us.
Right. Well, because of the Cold War, so we know why. I mean, Russia is the bad guy right now. Putin is the bad guy right now, and it's like we become best friends with the bad guy. I'm trying to think of an equivalent to like a villain and like a superhero. Like, we are best friends with the Joker right now, and we said fuck you to Batman in the Justice League. Essentially, we said fuck you, Justice League. We in with the Joker and the Riddler and, all the other people who are tearing up fucking Gotham.
So, did you hear in the Kremlin, which I guess is Russia's media, Putin had said something like he likes the United States because Trump has their democracy aligning more
With his.
with his,
Mhm.
which
Yeah,
is like
absolutely.
that's crazy.
It's scary.
That's scary. There you go.
It's scary.
It's crazy and scary.
Yeah, and then today he made a post saying that he is going to defund colleges and universities if they allow people to illegally protest on campus. There's no such thing as illegal protesting. Protesting is a part of our First Amendment. It is the freedom of speech. We have the right to assemble and to speak about our, grievances. That is not against the law. You cannot arrest someone and criminally charge them for protesting. Now, what you can do is you can arrest rioters like the ones on January 6th, and you can keep them in jail, and you cannot drop their charges, and you cannot pardon them, but you cannot tell a bunch of college students who are saying, hey, you can't fucking buy Gaza or take Gaza, because you're probably not even buying it. You're going to take it. You can't take Gaza, kick a bunch of Palestinians out of their country, and then take over and build a fucking resort. So, I mean, if people are protesting against that and that's against the law, then I guess you need to lock every fucking person up then, because that is basic humanity. We are human beings who care about other human beings. And I'm sorry, if that is illegal, then the world has gone to hell.
So you're not aware of the New World Order?
I'm not. I don't want to be a part of it. If that's what we're looking into,
President Trump back for his 5th term?
I don't know. It's terrible. Terrible. And it's like, people are supporting this.
Yes.
Well, I was at work the other day and there were people talking about it. This was yesterday on Monday. And there was one of my stylists and her client that were like, they're happy with what's going on. We need to take care of home first. So they said, we don't need to give Ukraine any more money and they need to pay us back and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, are you listening to the words that are coming from your mouth?
The thing is, a lot of people don't do, because more than anything, we gave Ukraine, I guess, this is from a report that went, like, we gave them more, like, military
equipment.
Yeah, equipment, like, value at billions of dollars,
Right,
more
versus
than actual dollars. Like, we were giving them aid in that sense.
Mhm.
And like, and that was done through Biden, and now Trump is coming in because he wants, what is it, the rare earth.
He wants to take them for their minerals. Yeah, they have some type. I can't remember exactly what it is. I don't know for a fact. I would have to look into it more. But yeah, but pretty much he's saying,
he just wants
you got something we want.
Yeah.
And so if you don't give it to us through this agreement, then we're gonna let Russia go in, and then we'll negotiate with Russia on getting access to it. Which I'm thinking, does Trump really think that Putin's going to be like, oh yeah, come on into this country that I just stole and rape it of its assets?
We'll probably have to give him a last good, but I think maybe.
I don't know. So I don't know. But I'm just like, terrible times that we're in.
Mhm.
Terrible times. Every day we're not listening to a podcast or turn on TikTok, there's something new happening with our government that's just, and it's only March.
I know. And it ain't even been 60 days.
It's only March.
Yeah. But it's a lot. Next episode is gonna be crazy.
I hope not. I hope not. And I have one lady who she's in the military, and so is a lot of her family members, and they all have government jobs. They pretty much work for the government like all of their lives, and they are all worried that they're gonna lose their jobs. So, and they have mortgages to pay and kids to take care of, and it's sad.
So like I said, it's about to get worse. Like, even like, the price increases supposed to happen. They said it's supposed to hit us like in 2 weeks or something like that.
Price increases on what, like groceries?
Pretty much everything. Anything from China, Canada, and Mexico.
Oh yeah, because they just did.
And Canada was over here talking about like we'll turn up the power or something like that, which is like we gonna be in the dark.
Yes. Well, not us. We not that far.
I get that, but
Yeah.
like nah. But the dude was like he flipped that switch with a smile on his face. It's just
Yeah,
like,
their it's tariff retaliation because it's like at this point, you just have to fight back at some point. You can't just everybody can't just roll over and let this
yeah.
happen. And it's like
Well, it's tariff chicken, and we, the citizens, are gonna have to end up paying for it.
on both sides. So
Mhm.
it's like now all of our, imports are or the our imports are coming in really expensive and then anything that the exports go out are going to be really expensive to the other country, which means they're going to export less. So
Yeah.
and we don't export a lot. So that's the thing. It's like we already don't export a lot. So it's like if you have any basic knowledge of the economy or anything about how businesses work when it comes to exporting and importing, it's kind of like you don't want to do this to your businesses in your country that are already struggling to export items out of the country. Like
Isn't
you're making it harder for them.
aren't those Make America Great Again hats got a big old made in China?
I don't know where they're made.
Like,
I'm gonna look into it now that you've said that to me. I'm very curious as to where they're manufactured.
I truly feel like
I'm hoping that they're made in America. That's the hope.
that's the hope, but
Mm.
I'm pretty sure maybe at the beginning a couple of those had a little made in China.
That would be pretty terrible.
That would be funny.
That would be pretty terrible.
That's the comedy in this season, though.
Yes, it is. Anything else?
God
Okay.
bless.
Okay, babe. So you say you had a sports question to ask me?
Yes, babe. So, with the news today of Kyrie Irving going down with a torn ACL and out for the rest of the year, Anthony Davis possibly is still out for a couple more weeks. Who do you, looking back on that Lakers and Dallas trade, who do you think now? Who do you think it looks like is winning the trade?
Because Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving are on the Lakers.
Now they're on Dallas.
Oh, because Anthony Davis got traded to that dude
You remember his name, right?
Isaiah.
Yeah, white guy named Isaiah. I'm sure there's somewhere around there. Luca
Doncic.
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 Yes.
Okay. Luka Doncic.
Yeah. So he's still healthy, playing with LeBron in LA.
And Anthony Davis is injured.
He played like a game and a half and pretty much got, I don't know what kind of injury it is, but he ended up injuring himself. And so at this point, he was like their second best player on the team. And now Kyrie just yesterday went down and tore his ACL and he won't be returning this year.
When does playoffs start?
Sometime in April, I believe. Middle of April.
He got some time to heal. Both of them. Anthony and Kyrie.
Torn ACL is normally
That's it.
a
It's
six-month process.
Oh, so he out for the season then.
Yeah.
So, but Anthony Davis will heal up by playoff time, right?
Yeah, but now they don't really have a good team.
Yeah.
He's still new to the
Were
team.
they gonna go anywhere anyway?
They were looking like it, yeah.
To the sports people?
Yeah, to the sports world.
The NBA,
like
you call it. First, they thought that they were gonna make it.
Sport analysts.
Sure.
Yeah.
You thought they were gonna make it?
Yeah, they were. I don't know if they were gonna win a championship, but they were at least playoff bound. Yeah. Okay. Well, now they still might be playoff bound, but they definitely ain't
going that far in the playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't winning nothing.
Well, it wasn't their year. It wasn't meant to be.
But do you think it's because they traded their generational talent?
I don't think that's the case. I think it was just, bad luck that people got injured.
Okay.
I don't think that would have changed anything.
What?
Kyrie Irving would have still got injured even if they didn't trade Luka.
I mean, possibly not. Different play could have been made.
So you think that he would have not been injured and they would be good?
I mean, anything could happen. Anything could happen.
When did Kyrie Irving get injured?
Yesterday.
Okay. And was Anthony Davis playing?
No.
Okay then. So what is your point?
Who do you think won the trade?
No, I'm saying, how do you think that the trade affected Kyrie Irving? You saying like Luka wouldn't have got injured because he's younger and he would have been playing the game, and then Kyrie Irving wouldn't have got injured? Is that what you're trying to say?
Luka's not injured, but
I know that, but I'm saying if Luka would have still been on the Mavericks, then then him and Kyrie Irving would have actually been playing together yesterday, and then Kyrie wouldn't have got injured.
I'm not saying that because he can still technically he could have got injured, a game after that. Injuries can happen at any time.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just letting as an overall view when you see that Lakers have won 6 games in a row, second place in the West, where
How many points is Luka scoring when he playing for them? Is he scoring a lot?
yeah, he's getting better and better each game.
Is he playing the whole game?
I mean, not the whole game. He gets his rest, between the quarters, but he's playing a lot
good
of
amount.
minutes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it was a good deal.
You think it was a good deal? All right. Well, that's in Jasmine's sports corner.
Okay, babe. So now that we're done talking about sports, let's talk about TV shows that we've been watching lately. So I'll go first. I finally finished Younger, and I'm really sad. It was 7 seasons, and it was 12 episodes, I think, per season. I think except for the first one. And yeah, I'm really sad. I'm always sad when a show ends because I get so attached to the characters, and it just didn't end the way that I wanted it to. So if anybody's never seen Younger before, or they haven't watched the whole thing, it's pretty much about this main character named Liza who was married at a young age, had a daughter at a young age, and she ends up getting a divorce because her husband cheats on her and then gambles a lot of their money away. And so she was a homemaker for the whole time that she was married, and she's got to get back out in the career field because she's now divorced and single. And her daughter is in college and she needs to help her daughter pay for school. So she goes around and she has a degree, I think, in like English. So she was in publishing. She was an editor, or she was trying to be an editor when she was younger. And so she goes around, she's interviews for all of these jobs, and nobody will hire her because she's in her 40s. And so her friend gives her the idea to lie on her resume and say that she's 26. And so she does, and she ends up getting a job, and then it's pretty much follows her through the 7 season, or not the 7 seasons, but most of the early seasons of her trying to pretend to be a 26-year-old, aka a millennial, um, and keeping her real life separated from her work life. And during that time, she ends up meeting this guy named Josh, who is 26 and also believes that she's 26, and they start dating. And then everybody ends up finding out that she's really not 26. Her and Josh end up breaking up. She ends up dating this guy named Charles. And then her and Charles have, like, I really at first wanted them to be together. And then as I started watching it, I was just like, I don't like Charles. He's a terrible person.
Now, who was Charles?
Charles was her boss.
Oh.
Charles was the boss. And so one of my favorite ladies, or one of my other favorite characters on there, was Hilary Duff's character, Kelsey. And then the lady who hired Liza, which was Diane or Diana. And she was like the head of marketing. So I really liked them. It was just a fun show, short episodes. They were only like 30 minutes long. So it was easy to get through each season. And I'm just sad that it's over with. It's on Netflix, so if anybody has time to watch it, it's something good to watch when you're at home trying to relax. So what about you, babe? What have you been listening to? Or, sorry, not listening. What have you been watching?
So I've been watching Paradise on Hulu, which is actually a really good show. Stars Sterling K. Brown and James Marsh and some random people who are some pretty good actors.
And what is it about? I said I wanted to try and start watching it.
So with the event is pretty much about the future world, and you learn this pretty fairly on. So I'm not.
How far in the future?
I'm not ruined. So I want to say that's a very good question.
They don't say.
No, not really.
Okay.
But I feel like, well, it can't be too much. It's not really in the. I guess it's set in the now, but it jumps back and forth.
Yeah, you said it was 2 different timelines,
yeah,
like the present
yeah,
and then like the
and then
future.
like literally like maybe at most maybe like a year.
Oh, so the timelines aren't that far apart.
No, they're not that far apart. So the show starts off with the president has been murdered. Which, like I said, you find that out in the first 15 minutes, so it's not spoiling anything. So there's this big conspiracy about who killed the president, because in this society there has been a murder. Everybody's supposed to be good people and all like that. So what's going on? Who killed the president? So you're spending the time trying to figure. So you're spending all the time trying to figure that out. And so this last episode, which I won't give anything away. Okay, so Sterling K. Brown has 2 kids, and pretty much that you find out like the mama ain't around, so mama probably gone. So and like I said, there's this back and forth about everything that's happening, and it keeps escalating, and you find out that okay, the person running this operation might not be as clean, and it really could tie into a lot of stuff that's going on today, like where people really think like these billionaires care about you like that, like they won't save themselves first over saving just the average everyday person. So a little bit of that ties into there
What
as
do you
well.
mean?
Like, so, the compound that they're staying at was pretty much funded by like this billionaire who her and this like psychologist like handpicked all the people who got to go into the underground.
No, but what do you mean by a billionaire will pick a person over themselves?
A billionaire will pick themselves over like the everyday average person. Like they will, in order to like survive, or
Oh,
in order to, say build a new build a new world. They do not care about the middle class people. You know what I'm
they'll
saying?
just pick all the wealthy
They will
people and
pick
then
all the
shit
wealthy people, all their wealthy friends to
continue life.
yeah. And so a lot of that plays into it as well. Really good show.
So
Uh
it's a lot of classism.
yeah. And like I said, and you got your action, you got your Sterling K. Brown face. And he's got
What do you
this
mean by
he,
Sterling K.
he,
Brown
he,
face?
he got this like I can't even. In my head, I'm gonna be doing it right, but he has this look in his face. It's like it's kind of tense, but it's kind of like blah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Yeah, that picture and show me.
like the mouth kind of open. You don't know if he's angry or if he's thinking about something else, or maybe he checked out the moment. You don't know, and he's got that look of
Intense look.
yeah, it's intense, but like are you there type of look. So, but I like him though. He's a good actor. I think he's really acting his butt off in this show. But it's really good. The only thing is I hate is that I'm like it's still coming out.
But each episode
Yeah,
drops a week
yeah.
and you
So
almost
and
caught.
well, I'm caught up. So now it's
Oh,
like I gotta wait. Like I probably gotta wait like another 3 weeks, and hopefully like the season is done, and then I can binge watch
the
to the
next
end.
week. So I'm good for waiting there. I shouldn't watch it yet.
You don't
I'm
have
supposed to
to.
just wait a couple more weeks
I
and
mean,
then
you could,
watch
but
it.
you get through your shows kind of slow.
Well, you at home all day long, so you can watch while you working.
Okay, that's
I
don't put it
can't.
like that. No, put it. I'm at home all day because my girl take care of me. I don't need to work.
You work.
I
You
work.
have a job. You work from home,
I
so you
work.
can put the TV on while you're working.
I work for
So
spending money.
whatever.
All right.
I'm tired, y'all, of him, of the day.
With that, dude, babe.
Is that it? That's all you have to say about the show?
Yeah,
Oh
that's. I
wow.
don't want.
Okay.
It's still going right now. It's not like It's literally
You
a
don't got a
live show.
favorite character. You don't have anything to
I'm
say.
really Xavier Collins. That is Sterling K. Brown's character. That's who I like.
And he is. He says
He's
this.
a president security guard. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to say too much about the show because I feel like I kind of gave away a lot, but at the same time, there's still like a lot of stuff that happens, and I don't want to spoil it. And it is a show that you got to pay attention to because they jump back and
From
forth
the
between
timelines.
from present to like I said, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. It's not too long of a time frame between the events that happen and where they are now.
All
Um,
right.
all right. So with that, babe, you have any final thoughts overall from the episode, or just anything in life in general?
Do I have any final thoughts on our episode today? Yeah, sure. One, hopefully have some more energy by the time we're ready to film our next episode because I'm gonna be working out and eating better. And hopefully, our president won't be doing anything stupid that I have to talk about the next time we record.
There's be content for days. We will never run short of any of political views.
I'm almost like wanting to be like, just make a little post every day and be like, day whatever we are into his second term. On this episode, of America Goes to Hell, and then just do some highlights of the day or something.
Day 141 of President's
We ain't even close to being that
presidency.
far in, which is crazy. We like what, 30 something days in,
Day we saw
40 something days in.
a rabbit eat a bird. because that's that. Anyway, so is that your thought?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have too much. I just hope, but ultimately, like that, I just want everybody to prosper. Hopefully, people are prospering. I know there's tough times in this world. I'm gonna have to give this thought all
Hey,
over again.
Jerry, guys,
Oh.
we leaving it in here because I'm tired of him. That is our cat, Jerry, that likes to interrupt our recording. So we do apologize. But it's the end of the show, end of the episode. We're not recording it. You need to sit down though, Jerry. I need you to stop. Okay, go ahead.
It's all good. So yeah, I just hope everybody keeps prospering. And yeah, thank you for listening. So please remember to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. We are the We're Just Saying podcast on all of those. Please send likes, follow, comment, subscribe, shares, the whole nine, y'all.
That's a lot that you just said there.
It's
Follow us on social media, like and share.
yeah, that's we did. I just said it longer.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like you said a lot. You were like,
I said follow
like
us,
and follow and share and
like,
comment
subscribe,
and blah.
comment, share. The typical YouTube speak.
It sounded like a lot.
Anyways,
You're good.
anyways, till next time, y'all.
We're just saying.